Hi YouTube, this is Miss Creative 47 coming to you with another video. This video is not Batman yet. I haven't got a chance to actually do the Batman centerpiece off the internet as opposed to just doing my videos using the screen shot videos. But this one I'm going to do Mickey Mouse because a young lady went to my YouTube channel for Batman centerpiece and said that she was going to do Mickey Mouse for a birthday party, and I just want to show her some tricks that I've learned since I've been using my Silhouette Cameo machine. So what I did was I did a Google search, and if anyone knows me in my YouTube videos, I like to clean cut images as opposed to the arms are spread out or the legs are kicked off to the side. I just want them either straight up and down. Now they can have their hands on their hip or something like that, that's fine, but I'd rather for them to be straight up and down. It's much easier to work with and you don't have too much going on. So I came across this Mickey Mouse. I did a Google search. I typed in Mickey Mouse cartoons and I clicked on images and I found this one, and I did a right click, copy, and then I opened up my Silhouette Cameo and I pasted it to the mat in the Silhouette Design Studio. And what I did was I took the white background out. Let me get them off to the side a little bit to get the background out. Okay, the white background. So what I did was I just left click and drag the mouse over, and you come up this box right here, and then you're going to see some yellow, and then you're going to go to your right and click this, uncheck this box right here, and then you're going to go down to this threshold and you're going to drag this little dropper here, and you're going to go all the way until you fill Mickey Mouse in, just like that. Then you're going to go up here to your trace and detach and delete the white, and there you go. Now I know you probably noticed that you see the white in between his arm and his hand and in between his leg. We're getting ready to get rid of that. So just click on him and you're going to do a copy and paste because you need two of him. Now you're going to take the second one and you're going to do the same thing you did to get the white background out. You're going to click on and select trace area, and you're going to left click your mouse. Make sure he's filled in all the way. Okay. Then you're going to unclick the high pass filter, and you're going to go over just a little bit. And instead of clicking on the trace and detach, you're just going to click up here, trace, and you're just going to get it outlined. And you can get rid of him. You don't need him anymore. And now we're going to drag, left click on the mouse and drag, and you want to put him in a box, and you're going to go up here to object, and you're going to go down to release compound. Okay, now everything in here you can move one at a time. We're going to get rid of that, and the only thing we need is to look for the shape that goes in between his arm and his hand and in between his leg, and this is where his arm is at, so I want to put that right there. And then this is in between his legs right here. Let's get that in there. Sometimes I use the mouse to kind of work. Wait a minute, I want the thing. Okay, kind of move it a little bit. Okay, now you can get rid of all of this because we don't need it. And then you're going to left click on your mouse again, and you're going to cover Mickey. And if you notice, you have a box around Mickey, you have a box around the underarm outline and the in between outline. That's what you need. And I believe I'm going to right click off that. I'm going to click off there for a minute. I need to bring this in just a little bit. Okay, now let me do it again. And you're going to go back up to object, and then this time you're going to click make compound path, and that gets rid of that white in between his arm and in between his leg. And that's how you get rid of the white background, and that's how you get in between. If you have any white spaces in between stuff, you just make a copy and then you do the trace instead of the trace and detach. And now if you want to give him a white background around the edges, you just go up to your offset button right up here, click offset, and it brings the outline around him again. But you don't want it that thick, so you go up here to this box to your right and type in 0.050. Press enter, and it tightens that outline closer to his body. And then hit apply. I like my edges to be white, so I click white for the in color and the outline white instead of red. I want it white. And then I group it both together, and down in your left hand corner right here, you click it, and it puts both of them together as though he came like this. And it'll cut out that little piece in the middle, and it'll cut out that little piece right there. Now if you want the white background to be even smaller, you just type in 0.0440 or 0.020, how tight you want that outline to be. But 0.050 is really a decent size for the outline around him, because you want to see it a little bit once it's cut out. And that's it. So when you get ready to, if you're going to put him on a 12 by 12 or 12 by 24, 12 by 24, and how you're going to cut him out is you're going to stretch him far as he can go. Now you can do two things. You can make him a little bit skinnier, or you can split him in half. And how I would split him in half, I would just make sure that, let me zoom out a little bit. This is my knife tool right here. Over to your left, this is my knife tool, and that's what I would use to cut him straight down the middle. I would click on that, hold down my shift key just to keep a really steady straight line, and I will cut him like that. Give it some time, undo the knife, and it will cut him in half. And you can make him bigger if you want, because you don't have to worry about his arm being all the way. So you can make him bigger. Okay. And so that way you can cut him on this. And make sure you put your registration marks on. I forgot to do that. And we just go up to this box right here and click on what type of cutting machine you have. I have a Cameo, so I will click 1, and your registration marks will come up on the side. And what you can do is, if his foot is coming off past the red line right here, you can go down here and you can stretch that line down a little further if you see it moving. Right. And you can also do it with the upper part too, the top insert, so you can take that down some. I usually take it down to all the way where it's 0.394, and that way I can move this up a little bit more, just a little bit. Okay, and that's how you will cut him out. And then you go up to your knife tool, and you would do is it the cut outer edge? Yeah, it will be cut outer edge, because you want to cut that in there. It's cut outer edge. Right, so it'll be cut right here. This would be cut that, and you have to do this one the same. And if you put that on there, it will butt up together like that. And what you do is, after you finish cutting it out, you would take a strip of cardstock and tape it together. Or, like I said, you don't have to do it like this. So let's take it all the way back where I didn't cut it out at all. think it's still cut. Okay. And what you could do is put your registration marks on and just take it down to a size that is decent for you, and it will still be able to be a nice size for a centerpiece. Now I think this will be a nice size for a centerpiece. And like I said, you could take this down because it went back to the 600. Take it all the way down on both sides, the top to bottom and both sides. Take it all the way down. Okay. We have one more. Okay. And you'll be able to either stretch it a little bit more, just a little bit, not a lot. Now, I can tell you one thing. If it goes out the red line, your printer, if you have a 7620 Epson Workforce printer, it will print, but when you take it to your Silhouette Cameo machine, it will not print the part that's on the outside. I mean, it will not cut the part that's on the outside of the red. You will have to use your scissors to finish cutting that off. But if you have no problem with that, then you can stretch it out to, you know, about this size right here, because you don't want it to go off the mat like on the gray part. You want it to stay on the white part. But if you can get it to stay in the red part and still be a decent size, that's nice. That way you don't have to cut it in half to get the size you want. But if you look at your mat and you look how the distance that he is from the bottom and the top, he's still a decent size Mickey Mouse. And if you put him on the dowel rod with the base and put some balloons up under that and bring him some height and maybe put some other stuff up under his feet, then you'll have a nice decent size centerpiece for your birthday party. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to try and get the Batman offline video started, and I have another video that I want to do and show everybody all the tools that I use to make my centerpiece and the tools that I use to create certain things I use for parties. And you're really going to love it, and you really probably want to go out and buy it. And it's a lot of other tools that I've seen out there that I want to get, but I have to wait maybe for Christmas for next year to get it. My husband's been very sweet to me of getting all the stuff that I need to make my business work. And until then, I'll see you later. Have a good night. Have a good new year, and God bless you.